Hey everyone, happy Monday and happy new week. As you can see, it's 9:41 in the morning. I'm just enjoying my blueberry crumpet with maple pecan granola. I made it. And I got this amazing black tea. It's mango black tea from Trader Joe's. It was like $1.99. It's amazing. Anyways, just about to start my morning work. I was up at 6. Had a nice morning meditation walk, caught up with an old friend from Florida, ate some breakfast, eating some more breakfast. Wanted to touch in real quick. Had a great weekend, just real zen weekend. Cleaned up a lot, got a lot of work done. My roommate was gone. She graduated from law school this weekend, so yay Zoe, congratulations to her, I'm so proud of her. On Friday night I was doing a video it was a pretty heavy video, and it was kind of getting me it was pretty heavy and intense, and I was getting kind of like overwhelmed, and all of a sudden my grandfather called me on Skype, and he had called me once or twice before during the week, and I tried to pick up and get back to him, and it never happened. I was like, you gotta, pick up for your grandfather. So, next time he calls you. So in the middle of this video, all of a sudden, the ringing's going up and whatnot, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's my grandfather. So I pick up, not thinking, like, that I look any different. And the thing is, he has not seen me in the 5 years since I've transitioned at all. He's not seen a photograph. He didn't see me in the awkward, ugly duckling stage, as I like to refer to my pubescence. He hasn't seen anything. I don't see him much as it is. I'm not as close to him as my grandmother's because he's divorced from my grandmother, but still, very good relationship with him and stuff. It's just harder to see him, and he lives far away and whatnot. So, not for him on Skype, and he looked visibly upset, and it upset me greatly. Our conversation was only 10 minutes. It was like 10:15 for him on the East Coast. So it's pretty late for an 87-year-old man to be up, but he's good on Skype. I was walking my dad through Skype on Saturday, and my 87-year-old grandfather, who is my father's father, is better at Skype than my dad. But it was fun. I got to Skype with my parents and see them, and that was really fun. I got to play guitar for them for a minute. But my grandfather was visibly upset, and I was talking to my mom about it, and it was really hard for me to just see that shock. And, I can't imagine him last seeing me as a girl with boobs and, a high voice, and now it's like this deep voice, and Charles, and the hair, oh my god, it must have looked just so a big shock, and it was heavy. I was making that heavy video, and I was like, oh my god, I was not prepared for that. I just totally, picked up the call and didn't even think, like, oh my god, he hasn't seen me yet. Wear a hat. I don't know. It was just a huge change to go from long-haired Catholic schoolgirl with boobs to Travis Bickle. But it was good, and so we've been talking more. Skype is awesome. Skype me, Charles_Asher. I'm often not there. If not, I always get back to you. That was a huge personal update. The subject of this video is about chest surgery and its numbness from the scars, and how that kind of separates you from your body. Kind of, it kind of disconnects you in a way from your body. And surgery, you look forward to it for years, sometimes for months, whatever the time is, and you think everything's going to be right that second, but really it takes a while to adjust to your new body, and it's going to feel weird, and it's going to be painful, and surgery is surgery. It's not, awesome results. It's recovery. Sometimes there's bruising and swelling and complications. I had a hematoma a year after it was calcified in my chest, like the size of a golf ball. I had to go back up to Dr. Fisher a year later and get it removed. There's complications. There's all kinds of things that can go wrong. And also, the numbness. I'm not sure if anybody's really talked about it much, but I get kind of freaked out when my body parts are numb. It just kind of psychologically freaks me out. And my friend recently had surgery with Fisher, with Dr. Beverly Fisher, who I went to. And his chest is numb, and it was kind of freaking him out. It's like, you expect surgery to make you feel more connected from your body, but instead it's having the opposite effect and making him feel disconnected. And I remember that really, messed with me, with my head, because I think a lot, and I get to really, I can really psych myself out of things. But, hey everyone, it's 4:27 in the afternoon on the 29th of May. I'm sorry, I started this video on Monday, and then my camera ran out of memory and it cut off, so the video was about chest scar numbness, and I was about to talk about a 2-inch space or so where my chest was numb and still is numb in some ways. I had, two of my ex-girlfriends were with me after, I dated one girl through the first, well, so the chest was pretty fresh, and we would like kind of play this game where they would touch my scars or touch my nipples, and I would close my eyes, and they'd be like, "Do you feel that?" And I didn't, and we would do this at different point. Well, at certain points I didn't. We would do this at different points during my healing and recovery process, and there's even still spaces 3.5 years later that I don't really have that much feeling in. Like, I close my like my nipples, I have no erotic sensation. I have protective sensation, meaning I have tactile sensation. I can feel some touch. My nipples respond to cold. They become erect when it's cold, but they no erotic sensation. You often lose that during double incision, but Dr. Fisher says some nipples respond to cold. Not exactly sure why. Mine do, but I was gonna say there's this, like this whole space for a while was numb, and it was so weird to like do this, and then it was like like I could feel all this and then feel nothing and then back to feeling. And like I was saying earlier in the video, that totally like psychs me out. Like having, not being able to feel this part of my body. And that really kind of caused some dysphoria in itself. And, it really made me feel disconnected. So I just want to put that out there. And that surgery, like I said, it's recovery. It's a lot more than just, like you get your junk cut off and then you're fine. It's a lot of recovery, and you can't work out right away, and you have to be good to yourself. I remember Dr. Fisher calling Troy and I's hotel room after our surgeries, and she's like, "You guys got to take it easy," because we had a couple trans guys over, and we were just having pizza or something. I don't even know. And she's like, "I know you guys feel great, but you just had major surgery, so you got to take it easy. There's going to be some psychological effects that you might not that are not completely favorable, and like your body is completely different for the first time. It takes some getting used to that. Somebody's like, oh, I don't have this thing. It's like, oh, I'm missing something. I felt for a while, like for the first month or two after surgery, I'm like, oh, I'm missing my binder, or there's space there. Something is actually missing. There feels like there's space there. It's like, what? Now it doesn't feel like that at all anymore. But it just takes some getting used to. It's just you know. And then a few years later, then I don't know. I'm really enjoying my testosterone changes and just I don't know. I don't really know how to flex. Whatever. I'm happy with my body. Yeah, surgery can, it's a lot to adjust to. Suddenly your body's different from the way it once was. It's like, oh, and I felt like something's missing, but it's awesome to feel that tightness of the shirt against your flat chest, and you get used to it, and hopefully it makes you a happier person. So I hope you all are well. I hope this was somewhat helpful. I don't know. This is my sparrow. And I was thinking of, I really like Leonard Cohen and the song Bird on a Wire. Thinking of maybe turning this into a bird on a wire tattoo. Maybe putting like, like a bird on the wire, like a drunk in a midnight choir. I've tried in my own way to be free. I don't know if I'll do a drunk in a midnight choir phrase, but, kind of goes together. I feel like there's something else I wanted to say. I don't know. Just do a lot of pec flies like this before surgery, and your surgeon will be able to find your pec muscles and give you nice, defined looking pecs. So, yeah. I don't know. Feels stupid. Anyways, it's 4:30. You guys take care, and I'm sorry it's fuzzy. I can't figure out what's going on with my camera. It didn't even want to work a few days ago. Peace. Have a good weekend.